All right, y'all. So y'all already seen I did that video on my Afro-Ecuadorian ancestry, which just comes from one grandmother, and then I did my video on my Indigenous American Indian Native American, Indigenous Ecuadorian ancestry, which comes from three of my grandparents. Now I'm going to do a video on my Spanish ancestry, which comes from all four of my grandparents. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, we gonna start from. You know what? I'm not doing it in this order no more. Y'all just gonna have to go. I just did this video like 2 times in a row. I can't take it no more. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to bear with me, okay? I'm gonna just go however it flows. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you random pictures of my family. You just remember who's who. Right? So there's me, my little sister, and her dad. They both majority Spanish, but he's Puerto Rican and all that. But it's all love for us. All love for us. Majority Espanol, Latinos, all that. So here's me and my grandfather, my little sister right there. I mean, these two ain't a good example, but they too got little driplets of Spanish in them, just not much. But my grandfather's mother is a white Ecuadorian, So yeah, okay, so yeah, and that's my grandmother, my grandfather, my little sister, and I. So you can see we all got strong Spanish roots. All of us is my grandfather again. Obviously, no indigenous man looks like this. My grandfather's obviously got strong Spanish roots in him. And we gonna look at where my Spanish ancestry comes from as far as I know. Okay, so here are my two grandparents from my these are my two great grandparents from my maternal side from my grandmother. Okay, so I know my grandfather's of Basque descent. You see that little hat on him? That's that little hat that Basque people be wearing and shit. So yeah, he's of Basque descent. He has herencia Vasco, all that, and is my grandmother again. I know she descends from like one of the first conquistadors who came out here, like Sebastián de Benalcázar, because that name's on our family. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know much else. I'm so sorry, yo. You could just assume like Southern Spain. This is my great grandmother's grandfather. Okay, so he obviously got a great amount of Spanish blood in him too. You know. So there they are again, my two great grandparents. Yes, I mean, yes, they got dark, but also, Spaniards can get great tans, and you got to keep in mind they also got a little bit of Native American in them too. So that's why they could get great tans like that. So okay, so this is my great grandfather's mother and the brother. So I mean, obviously they both mixed too. They obviously got a lot of Spanish blood in them. Yeah, there's my two great grandparents again. So again, my great grandfather, he's of Basque descent, and I don't know much about my grandmother's side. I know she descends from like some of the first conquistadors to come out here, but I don't know much else about it. There's my great grandmother's mother. Mestiza, man. She obviously got a good amount of Spanish in her too. And there's my mother and my aunt. Okay. So yeah, my mother, my mom came out with very pale skin and green eyes, and my aunt's just like brown eyes and light brown skin. But she can get mad dark though. And there's my mom. My mom can't tan good for shit, so that's why I think her maternal grandmother had to be like had to have ancestors from northern Spain because of how she looks. Look at my mom's green eyes right there. My mom got like just brown hair and very pale skin though. That's my mom. Yeah, that's my mom and her parents. Okay, her mom's from Quito. Dad got roots in Latacunga and Ambato, Ibarra, all that. So now this is from my paternal side. Okay, that short dude right there, that's my Cuban grandfather, my Cuban great grandfather. I'm so sorry. I be mixing up grandparents and great grandparents. There's my great grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador. My grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador. And yeah. So there's my mom, my dad and I. So we obviously got strong Spanish features and all that. We obviously got a lot of Spaniard blood in this. I'm gonna show y'all our DNA results at the end of this video though. So just bear with me, okay? This is my Cuban grandfather. And then that's my grandmother's brother, my grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador's brother. Okay, so these are my grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador's parents right here. So, they mix race and all that, but, they obviously got a good amount of Spanish blood in them. And yeah, so this is my grandmother's grandmother. Again, all her family's from Ecuador. My grandmother, my grandfather, my dad, my uncle, my grandmother's grandfather right here. Yeah. And, he obviously got strong Spanish roots in him too. Again, from Guayaquil, Ecuador. My grandmother. Oh, and her last name is Pazmiño. Yeah, I forgot how to talk about our ancestry. So her last name is Pazmiño. Okay, so Pazmiño is like a Sephardic Jewish converso name. Like they were Sephardic Jews who came out to Ecuador. So I know she's of Sephardic Jewish descent. Besides that, I'm not too sure what else other Spaniard blood she got in her. And there's my great grandfather. So this is the father of my grandmother. And yeah, obviously he got a good amount of Spaniard blood in him too. Like look at that face, look at those eyes. I don't know. I mean, he looks mad mixed and all that, but he obviously got a lot of Spaniard blood in him. So that's my grandmother, her little sister, well, her big sister. So that's her, my grandmother. My grandmother and her little brother is my grandmother again. So she's from Guayaquil, Ecuador. I know she's of Sephardic descent. I don't know what other Spaniard blood she might have up in her, but I know for a fact she got Sephardic blood because of her last name being Sephardic and all that. So it's my grandmother. Yeah, and that's her sister. My grandmother died when I was young, but I got a chance to meet her sister earlier this year, just like 2 months back. So there we go. This is my maternal great aunt. Okay, so this is my grandmother's full sister. This is my grandmother with my Cuban grandfather and their baby. And my grandmother from Guayaquil again with her brother, grandmother. These are my grandmother's parents. And I mean, yeah, like I said that right. Spaniards can get great tans too. And again, they're mixed, so yeah, but Spaniards get good tans. They don't really burn up like that. I mean, depending, like southern Spain, I think is more. But there's my grandmother from Guayaquil again. My Cuban grandfather from Havana, Cuba. My grandmother at the bottom. My dad. My great grandma. My great aunt. My uncle. My great uncle. Is my Cuban grandfather with. This is my Cuban grandfather with my uncle. Okay, so yeah, my uncle's half Ecuadorian, just like my dad, their mom's from Guayaquil, all that. And my Cuban grandfather, I'm gonna talk about him when we get into his family. So this is my great great grandfather. He's of Basque descent. Like I'm pretty like he was mostly Basque, and his last name was Basque and all that. And he had ancestors who came from Basque country, and I'm pretty sure like his mom could speak it, Euskera or whatever, or yeah, I forgot something like that. But he's of Basque descent though, and his last name is Basque, all that. So yes, Original Vasco, all that, and yes, so yeah. So there's me as a kid, little elementary school boy. I was in third grade or fourth grade here, third grade, yeah. So, and then we back at my grandfather again. So his dad was mostly like indigenous, but he did have a little driplet of Spanish in him too. But my grandfather's mom was mostly Spanish, and these are his siblings and all that. And him, yeah, you could tell, yeah. This is my maternal grandmother from Quito, Ecuador. This is her grandmother. And that's me and my mom's. Me, my mom, yeah. And my baby sister right there. There's me, my grandmother who has no African ancestry from Quito, Ecuador. She has curly hair too, so yeah. I don't know why people act like white people can't have curly hair. So yeah, this is my grandfather again. He mestizo. He almost an equal mix. But y'all gonna see the DNA results at the end. Don't worry. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, he has roots in Ibarra, Ecuador. I'm pretty sure that his mom has roots in like northern Spain, because like her dad was mad tall with like green eyes, and she had green eyes too and pale skin and all that. So I'm pretty sure that my grandfather has roots in like northern Spain from his mom's side. And from his dad's side, even though it's a little bit, I'm pretty sure it's from southern Spain, because like there were people who came out to Ecuador the longest time ago. So here I am. Here I am. Okay, that's me right there. That's me. So yeah, there's me and my father right there. Me and my grandfather, my Ecuadorian grandfather, and then here's my Cuban my Cuban great grandfather, and my uncles, and I'm pretty sure my grandpa's in there too. That's probably the big one's probably my grandpa, if that's not one of his brothers. Okay, so the big one here is my grandfather from Cuba, Havana, Cuba. You know, they are of Sephardic Jewish descent, and other Spaniards who came from like the Canary Islands and southern Spain. So I know like pretty much all of his ancestry comes from southern Spain. And yeah, so that's cool. Most of his ancestry comes from southern Spain, like all of it that I know of. And he is of Sephardic Jewish descent. He said that his mom used to like do little, I don't know, Jewish traditions, whatever, when he was a kid, like in private in their home or something. And he don't got no reason to make that up. Like, no, why would some white Cuban make it up? He already feels better than everybody. I don't know why he gotta like. He wouldn't have to make nothing up like that. So I believe him 100%. So that's cool that both my dad's parents are of Sephardic Jewish descent, and they didn't even know like while she was alive. So there's my grandfather, my Ecuadorian grandfather in the middle, his mom. You know, like look at his mom. Like I'm pretty sure she has Spanish ancestry from like northern Spain. I'm pretty sure because like you'll see in the results too. Like it's not like super common. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, there they are. And then my grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador. You know, Sephardic descent again. These are my two maternal grandparents. You know, my grandmother's from Quito, like all her grandparents, great grandparents, all from Quito. My grandfather's dad is from Latacunga, but he also got roots in like Ambato, Waranda, Latacunga, and his mother's from Ibarra. So yeah, that's them. That's them. And there's me and my aunts, my mom's sister, my mom's full sister. So yeah, and that's me. Everybody says we look alike, but yeah, my mama, my grandfather's my maternal grandfather's parents. There we go, and his siblings at the top. This is my maternal grandmother's parents. My grandmother in the middle, and her siblings. So yeah, yes. So they obviously got strong Spaniard roots. So, but I don't really know much about the mom's side. I know that she descends from some conquistadors who came out to Ecuador like the early period colonization, like Sebastián de Benalcázar. So I don't know, but I can't just assume that all of her Spaniard ancestry comes from that. But I don't know what other parts of Spain they might come from. But I know that my great grandfather, is of Basque descent. There's my maternal aunt again. You know, my mom's full sister. So like I said, she gets a really good tan. But I mean, she's always like a light brown complexion. But you know, but yeah, there's me. I got Tim's on. I think must have been like 4 or 5 here. There's me again. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I look like some little conquistador private. Look at me. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, you can tell I got strong Spanish roots in me, no doubt. Um, and yeah, I mean, look at my hair color. You know, like Indians look at that hair color or that hair texture. So yeah, y'all gonna see my DNA results at the end. Don't worry. There's me with my hair back. Cool. Uh, I think I look mad Spaniard here. I don't know, but my nose throws it off because no Spaniards got a nose like me. But it's okay. There I am again. You see, I got very light skin. But I mean, I could tan like I did when I was a kid and all that, but I ain't trying to do all that. So there's my Cuban grandfather, my uncles, and my dad. My Cuban grandfather looking at that cake like, yeah, y'all sure you want some of that? Old fat that boy. But there's my Cuban grandfather, my grandmother from Guayaquil, Ecuador, holding their baby. My Cuban grandfather. Then, I mean, just soak this in. I don't want to give no spoilers. Y'all can wait until the results come. So I post the results right quick when I'm done looking through all the pictures. So my Cuban grandfather and his full brother. So again, I mean, look how different they look too. That's really cool. So yeah, they're like of Sephardic Jewish descent, and you know a lot of other ancestry from southern Spain. Look how good their tans are. Like they don't They don't got no like pale ass skin like my mom's, who got a lot of ancestry from northern Spain. So they're mostly like straight up from southern Spain. Their ancestors is my paternal Cuban great grandfather. He was mad short, but my grandfather is stupid tall. So Spaniards vary in height too. But look how tall their mom was though. And that's his brother, the dad. Look how much taller the brother is than the dad. Look at that. Got like a whole foot on him. So yeah, they were like all the brothers like over 6 feet. And there's another brother of my Cuban grandfather. Like you could. I don't want to get no spoilers, but you could tell. So yeah. So again, mostly from southern Spain, their ancestry, and a Sephardic Jewish descent too. That's my Cuban great grandfather in the car right there. On all the other people are just friends of his, and there's two of the brothers and the parents, and my grandfather right here. My great grandparents, my great uncles, and my grandfather from Cuba, Havana, Cuba. Yeah. Was that it? Is that it? Are we done? Are we done? Yeah, we gonna hop right into ancestry. I know this wasn't in order or nothing, but I hope y'all kept in mind. Who do we start with then? Fuck. Let's start with me, cause why not? Let's start with me. Okay. Okay, so I am. Okay, look, I got 34% from Spain, 26% from Portugal, and then 2% Basque, 2% Sardinian, 1% European Jewish, 1% French, 1% Greece and Balkans, 1% Ireland and Scotland, 1% Middle East, 1% Norway. Okay. What else? Okay, so like in total, what am I? I'm like 62% from the Iberian Peninsula. Adding Basque, Portugal, and Spain all together, and then the rest is all under 2%. But so yeah. But that's it's all all that ancestry comes from my Spanish ancestry, so I'm not gonna ignore that. I mean, I know in my Native American and my African DNA results, all that. I just focused on that because that's all just from that place, and with my Spaniard side, all my European regions comes from that. So, let's go into. I'm trying to make this like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go into my grandfather from Quito, but he got parents from Latacunga and Ibarra. Okay, so he got 34% Spain, just like me, right? Then 11% Portugal. Okay, thank you. 11% Portugal, and then he got 7% Ireland and Scotland, 1% Basque, 1% Italy, 1% Middle East, 1% Sardinia. So that's why I think that my grandfather's mother got roots in like northern Spain because of that little Ireland and Scotland. Because of that, even with the update, he still got 7% of that. So that's why I'm pretty sure that he got that, especially because of the green eyes and all that. I'm pretty sure that's why his mother got roots in like northern Spain. So yeah, but yeah, again, in total, how much Iberian blood does he have? That's like 45, 46. So again, the vast majority was European ancestry. Is from the Iberian Peninsula, but he also got 7% Iberian, and the rest is all under 1%. So that's cool. And then we're gonna go into his wife, my maternal grandmother, okay, who was of Basque descent, Vasco, all that. So she's 45% Spain, 8% Italy, 5% Basque. That's a little low, but that's enough. That 4% Spain. So how much she got? She got like 54% from the Iberian Peninsula in total, and then 3% Middle East, 1% Baltic states, 1% European Jewish, 1% France, 1% Norway, 1% Sardinian. So also that 3% Middle East, I forgot to add this in, and maybe even the Italy, I don't know, but my grandmother's father also said that they have roots in they have like Moorish ancestors, like ancestors who were Moros, all that. So that could explain the 3% Middle East because that's higher than the rest of us. So yeah, and ancestry after the update they like added our North African DNA to like I guess like Portuguese or Spain or whatever. and so I think they put that all there. So I don't know, but she used to have a lot more. Well, she used to have a lot of North African. Now she don't, but that's besides the point. Now let's go into my mother's DNA results. Why not? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, we still missing on some people. Almost one of my exes. So here's my mom's DNA results. So 37%, 36% Spain, 39% Portugal, 7% France, 7% Italy, 2% Basque, 1% European Jewish, 1% Greece and Balkans, 1% Middle East, 1% Sardinian. So how much Iberian in total? I mean, I just want to keep track. Let's see. 9, 40, like 47% from the Iberian Peninsula, but you got 7% Basque, 7% Italy. So that's cool that I don't have that. Like I don't have any high regions of Europe. Everything that's not Iberian is under 2%. So I'm proud of that. But so yeah. Wait, what else did my mom have? I wasn't even paying attention. So France. That's weird that she would get that. I mean DNA testing is not perfect. But it's a good glimpse of what our ancestry usually like. So now let's go into my dad's DNA results. He got the second most out of all of us. So 42% Spain, 26% Portugal. Damn, so how much did I have? 46. Like 68% Iberian. Like that is so fucking high. It's like 68. Oh wait, 69% Iberian in total. That's stupid high right there. And then 1% Turkey and Caucasus, 1% England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe, 4% Ireland and Scotland. And yeah. So again, my father got 69% Iberian out of was that like 75% in total from Spain and all that? Yeah, right. Let's see. I wasn't paying attention. Like 75% from Spain. So that's cool. I mean, for my Spanish ancestors, Spaniards aren't full either. You check out some Spaniard DNA results, like we gonna do right now. So my grandfather's from my grandfather's like fully Spaniard. Okay, like all of his grandparents, great grandparents, whatever, they're like immigrants to Cuba, like from Spain. Okay, so and of course he has ancestors over there for like a long ass time, but most of them are like recent immigrants. Okay, so he got 47% Spain, 40% Portugal, 10% France, 1% Basque, 1% Ireland and Scotland, and 1% Sardinian. So in total, that is 88% Iberian. 88% Iberian, dude, almost fully Iberian. So, but then also 10% France, 1% Ireland and Scotland, 1% Sardinian. So yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't. Well, we had to like pay attention to my dad's because like, okay, so like I said, like we don't got his mom's DNA because she died when I was young, but all his non-white blood comes from her, and then half of that European blood comes from my grandmother. So the rest is like from my grandfather. So the rest is like from my grandmother. So yeah, so 75%. So she was around half Spaniard though. Around half Spaniard and the rest, Native American, African. So yeah. So yeah. Me and my parents and my grandparents are majority Spaniard. All of us. Even my grandmother, who had the least Spaniard ancestry, she's more Spaniard than anything else. So that's really cool. I'm proud of my Spanish roots. Spain is mad diverse and beautiful. I would love to visit Spain one day. And yes, shout out to the Iberian Peninsula. Shout out to my Spanish ancestors. Shout from the Vascos to the Moros to the fucking from Sepharditas to all of Spain. Shout out to all of Spain. Shout out to all my Spanish ancestors. And yes, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Yeah. And y'all know what else to say. That's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that, whatever. And yeah. So that's that. I got ancestry from all over Spain, from northern Spain to southern Spain. And if I ever do learn more about my Spanish ancestry, like I would love to share that with y'all. I would love to share that with y'all. So stay tuned. A lot more ancestry based videos to come, of course. like always. And yeah, I love y'all so much. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, all right. Bye y'all.